Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Mike Q again, physical therapist. And yes, I am your coach for tonight. Tonight, we're going to be talking about 25 tips or 25 ways to keep your New Year's resolution, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we'll be back in a few seconds. Good evening, my Facebook friends. If you're watching live, comment live. Watching on the replay, comment replay. Well, I guess we are live. I can see some people watching now. Hey, thank you very much for those people. First of all, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and happy birthday to me next year, right? Tonight, we're going to be talking about 25 ways for us to keep our New Year's resolution. All right. Again, if you're watching live, comment live. Watching on the replay, comment replay. What is going on with that camera? But before I keep on going, I forgot to do this. All right. It says here, I'm gonna refocus there real quick. It's not focusing. Oh gosh, what's going on there in the camera? There it is. It says there, if you can't outplay them, outwork them, right? If you can't outplay them, outwork them, you know. And most of us here in the group, or even in our Alzheimer's and dementia support group, or in our Facebook group, you know, most of us like, oh, how can I outplay them? You know, hard work beats laziness, right? So today we're going to be talking about 25 ways for us to keep our New Year's resolution. What's up, Lawson Roberts? Lawson Roberts, what's going on, Lawson? Hey, you need to come back and work for me, man. Lawson is a good man. He's a PTA here in Martin, so he's an amazing therapist there. So. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and do this New Year's resolution thing. Let me start sharing my screen there. So it says here, New Year brings new possibilities, new choices, and new hope for the future. So that's why we tend to think about lifestyle changes in the New Year era. And here are some tips that we're going to be that we can use. Okay, that we can use. First is keep it simple, sweetie. Right? No, not stupid, right? But sweetie. Use the KISS method. Okay, not kiss people, right? But use the KISS. Keep it simple. Some of us we try to overcomplicate stuff, but simplify your resolutions to ensure that you can achieve them. So some of us here we're like making things complicated. Just keep it simple. It says here, keep it simple, my friend. Number two, be choosy. It says here, agreeing to a New Year's resolution just because you feel like you should is setting yourself up for failure. So instead of choosing to change something you really desire to change, you got to make sure you're choosing it. You know, be intentional about it. Be intentional. You know why? Because you cannot be what you call this a wandering generality. You need to be meaningful, specific. If you want to find and be the best that you can be for next year, all right. Well, where did that go? It says here, be choosy, right? Ah, you're so choosy. Yes, you need to be choosy. You need to choose that goal. It's just like in therapy. I just cannot tell a patient, I tell them, hey, your goal for today is to do 10 jumping jacks. And if the patient can even stand up and walk, right? So that's number two. Learn how to be choosy. All right. Learn how to be choosy because You need to be meaningful specific. Okay, you need to be meaningful specific. All right, you know what's number three? Be realistic. Imagine if I tell myself, hey, I want to lose weight for 200 pounds, right? I just can't do that, right? Doopy doopy Lord, what's going on, Dowdy? Hey, man, thank you very much for dropping by earlier. Appreciate you, man. I already miss you. My wife told, sometimes I'm already jealous. My wife says, I miss Dowdy, and then, yeah, Dowdy, come back here, man, come back. Anyway, be realistic. Sometimes we put a goal in our lives, and then imagine if I tell myself, hey, I want to dunk a basketball, and I'm just only 5'6" or 5'5", depending on my wife's mood. I'm smaller when my wife's mad. Dowdy knows that, right? Dowdy, so I can't expect myself to be able to dunk a basketball. Maybe, I will adjust and adapt, but I can't. Dowdy can probably do it, right? So be realistic in your goals, my friend. All right. You know what's number 4? Broadcast your plans. Broadcast it. Just like this. I'm declaring, 2 years ago when I got fired in my job. And then what I did? I declared it in Facebook, the goals that I want to be, the goals that I want to have. Hey, someday I want to open up my own small little clinic. Someday I want to open up more assisted living facilities that I can reach out to. Someday I want to um, serve more patients, geriatric patients. That's what I declared. There's power in your declaration, right? There's power in your words. So whatever you're declaring becomes a reality. All right, there's your words are like seed. It's like an orange seed. Plant an orange seed. What do you get? Orange tree, orange fruit. You plant an apple seed, you get an apple tree, apple fruit. You plant and broadcast, declare. It's not because you're being what you call this uh grand. You just have to declare. But here's the thing: when you declare, you need to declare it in the right soil. Just like that seed, you planted that seed, but are you planting it the right soil? Just like money, just like investment. You may have the money. My wife's just like, yeah, stop shouting. If you may have the money, but if you planted or invest that money in the wrong investment plans, guess what? So you got to make sure you broadcast your plans. Okay. You know what's next? Educate yourself. It says here, educate yourself. Edumacate. Again, if you're watching live, comment live, watching the replay, comment replay, educate yourself. Again, just like the investment that we're trying to put, you're investing something in a stock market, you're investing in cryptocurrency, or investing in opening up your own clinic. You need to educate yourself. You need to teach yourself. All right. Because you just can't create a goal and then you don't educate yourself. So in our therapy clinic in Jerihab, I try to educate our clients as much as possible. Yep. Duper Lord said, yes, education is the key. Edumacation. All right. What's next, ladies and gentlemen? Avoid the same old resolution. Avoid it. For example, last year you said, I'm going to lose 10 pounds. Don't do that. I'm going to just lose 5 pounds for now, right? And then change that. Avoid the same old resolution. Because it's not going to happen. If like, oh, last year, it didn't happen because you didn't change it. Try to challenge yourself. Push yourself to the next level, right? All right, let's keep on going. What's next? Next is break your resolutions into achievable tasks. Break it down. We in therapy, we have long-term goals. I'm going to ask the patient, what's your goal? So the goal is to be able to walk a mile. Well, you can't expect that patient or person or whatever goals that you have in mind to walk a mile immediately. So break it down. Okay, today I'm going to walk on 5 steps. Tomorrow I'm going to work on 10 steps, 15 steps, and then keep on going until you reach that long-term goal. So you've got the short-term goal and then the long-term goal. So make sure when you have something, break it down to an achievable task. Okay. You know what's next? Number 8, create a plan of action. In the therapy world, we have the subjective, objective, assessment, and plan. So we created their, we asked them, hey, what's your goal? And then next, you got the assessment, where we assess them, check their range of motion, their strength, and then we create a plan. Okay, this is the plan. We're gonna see you twice a week for the next, 4, 6, 7, 8, whatever weeks, because you need to have a plan of action. It's like just like this show here. It's not going to do me good if you have the camera, lights, but if we don't take action. All right, so you got to make sure you have action. All right, next, what's next? Don't expect overnight results. You can't expect working out for like one day weekend warrior, and you expect, I haven't lost weight yet. Well, you need to be consistent, right? You need to be consistent. Can't expect overnight results. That's why it's called consistency. Even in therapy, that's why we call it rehab. Re means repeat, hab means habilitate your life. So we have to keep repeating it again and again and again and again, because repetition is the mother of learning, it is the father of action, and then the architect of results. If you want results in your life, results in your New Year's resolution, you got to keep on repeating it. Just like what Dowdy says here. Stay away from Instagram. Stay away from Instagram. That's what Dowdy said. Instant gratification, right? Thank you very much, Dowdy. You know what's number 10? Don't stress yourself out. If you didn't achieve that goal, that's okay. It's okay to adjust that goal. It doesn't have to be perfect. A lot of people, they'll be like, oh, I didn't reach my goal. I guess I just have to give up, right? But you know what? I fail every day. Do I give up? No, don't stress yourself out. Don't stress yourself in small stuff, right? My wife will always remind me, it's just small stuff, Daddy. Don't sweat the small stuff, because it's small stuff. Don't stress yourself out if you don't achieve it. But here's the thing, you got to keep pushing, right? You got to keep pushing. All right, what's next? Find an accountability partner. Find someone, because like what I always say, you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. So who are you hang out with? Are you hang out with amazing people? You're going to be amazing, right? Hang out with people who are complaining in life. Guess what? You're going to be starting complaining, right? So in our therapy, in Jerry Hab, we try to do group exercises, and we group them according to their current level of function. And guess what? Those people in those same group, they push themselves. They get better and stronger. I'm just amazed at how the people in our group exercises in Jerry Hab, the group exercise that we do, because you would see that one client, it's like can't do it doing one-on-one, but if they're inside that group, you would see them, they're pushing themselves more. Not because I'm pushing them during the exercises, but they're seeing that same person, their neighbor, or that person beside them exercising too, because they've got an accountability partner. And same thing when you're trying to achieve and get your goal in life. All right, you need to find an accountability partner, a mentor that will guide you. Doesn't have to be me. Of course, it will be better if it was me, but you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be me. You got to find an accountability partner. My number one accountability partner is my wife, obviously, right? So, all right, garner support from other people, right? Again, you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. Who are you hang out with? Are you hang out with people who are also complaining in life? Guess what? You're going to be complaining too. So there's several programs like Weight Watchers. Guess what? They all want to lose weight. Guess what? They're going to end up losing weight because that's their average, right? So you got to make sure you gather support. There are a lot of support groups. We have the support group here, the alternative career group, the senior citizen group that we have that we're running right now, the Alzheimer's independent support group. Find a support group, okay? All right. Show your enthusiasm, Stacey, let your enthusiasm show. Spell that, Dr. Mike. Enthusiasm, right? You got to make sure you're showing that. My wife will always remind me, it doesn't show in your face that you're enthusiastic about it. So You gotta show it. How can your body know? Okay, I'm gonna go to the gym. Well, it's a chore. No, go there. At least enjoy it. Find something that you're gonna enjoy. All right. Those same patients that we have that are like complaining, oh, I just don't, I dread going to therapy. Guess what? They don't come back. But those other patients that like, yeah, therapy hurts, but I know this is good for me. Guess what? They're the one who's like coming back again and again. Guess what? They become better. They become stronger and eventually graduate from the therapy program and just doing the maintenance program. All right. So show your enthusiasm. All right. What's next? Look at both the pros and the cons of your decision. There will always be, a negative side to it. But would you focus on that? No, focus on the positive. You're not, we're just being realistic. So let's just say, for example, I want to be a figure skater, ice skating figure, or whatever you call that. Well, guess what? The cons is like I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time focusing on learning how to skate, right? So you look at that. Look at that. All right. You got to learn how to balance things. All right. All right. What's next? Be prepared for setbacks. You're going to fail. You are going to fail, ladies and gentlemen. All the dreams, all the goals, you're going to fail. It's inevitable. But it doesn't matter how many times you failed or fallen or got sick. What matters is how many times you get up and do this all over again. Okay. I failed several times, but it does, like what I said, it doesn't matter. The key here is you're getting up. How many times you get up and do it all over again, right? There's this Japanese proverb says, "Fall 7 times, stand up 8." Right? DP Lord said, "Setback for a major comeback." There you go. Your setback is made for your setup for your next success. All right, so be prepared for setbacks. You know what's number 16? Prepare in advance. We're almost done, okay? Preparation is the key. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? You gotta make sure you're preparing things. Just like, let's just say, just like me, I want to lose weight. I want to be stronger. I want to loosen up my back and everything. Well, guess what? My wife prepares, she buys me gym shoes, a new Jerry Hab shirt. Check it out, Jerry Hab, Jerry merch. Jerry Hab shirts. Coming, go to the clinic if you are somewhere here in Tennessee. Drop by there. We'll give you some t-shirts there. It's nice and soft, So, but prepare in advance, okay? Make sure you're preparing in advance. You know what's next? Reward yourself. It's not all about pain and suffering. You gotta reward yourself too. I reward myself with a, coffee. I reward myself at the end of the day playing in my PlayStation. My wife, she likes to reward herself by shopping. You gotta reward yourself, right? What's next? Number 18. Set a deadline. Set a deadline, okay? What happened to our little camera? Set a deadline, ladies and gentlemen. Because just like what we do in therapy, we have a goal. So the short-term goal will be like 4 to 6 weeks. Long-term goal will be like, 8 to 12 weeks. It just depends on the payer source. So sometimes we have like an 8 to 12 months plan of care for our clients. So set a deadline. Make sure you have a set deadline. Just like the things that we do here, we teach a class, the Alzheimer's Disease and Dementia Care Seminar. What do? We set a deadline. Hey, this is the deadline for registration of our class. And then boom, people sign up in that class, right? All right. Before I keep on going, we'll just go on a quick break, okay? I'll be back in a few seconds.
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, The software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.
Yes, we are back. We were talking about 25 ways. Where did we end? I think we end at setting a deadline. Okay. All right. What's the 19? Number 19, right? Set a limit. Set a limit. Make sure you just like in therapy again. We go back to therapy. We have what you call this 1 repetition maximum, 1 RM, 6 RM, 8 RM. So those people who knows that it's basically how many reps you can do in the maximum weight. We limit that. So 1 RM means the 1 repetition, the heaviest weight that you can lift in 1 repetition. And same thing in our goals in life. So you gotta put a limit in for example, oh, this is too much. You gotta learn how to set a limit if you're doing too much of it. Okay, so you gotta just take it easy. Just like it says earlier, don't sweat too much. Okay, make it enjoyable. Make it enjoyable. All right. Advance Happy New Year, Antonio! Kumusta ka na dyan, JR? How's everything there sa San Pablo? Anyway, where are we at? Number 20, learn how to track your progress. We have several patients, right? When we track their progress, and then we submit the progress note to their physicians, to their doctors. And then we write down, hey, this patient is progressing with the goals. So you're gonna make sure you track your progress, so you can see if you're improving or not, and then work on that goals that you haven't achieved yet. So I track my progress, my personal progress. I have a book here, and it's a planner, and then we write down our goals there, and then I track my progress too, right? All right, you know what's next? Use positive self-talk. How can you achieve that goal if you're like, oh, you're so negative about it, right? You gotta be positive about your life, positive about your goals, positive about what you're trying to achieve. Like what I said, there's power over what you say. If you keep declaring negative things in your life, guess what? That's what you're gonna attract, right? The power. That's the power of what you call this? The power of attraction. That's it. Number 22, write out your resolutions. All right, you got to write things down, because when you see it, you forget. When you hear it, you remember. But when you're actually writing things down, it becomes a reality, just like the Bible itself. God, declared those prophecies and everything, but it didn't become a reality until it was written down. You need to write it down. So I got my planner here. I write things down first thing in the morning. I write things down in my phone, and that way you can declare it. You're seeing it. You're declaring it, right? Verbally, you're hearing it. That's good. But if you write things down, it becomes a reality. All right. You got to write things down. It doesn't become a reality if you don't write it down. We have this saying in the therapy field: if you didn't write it down, it never happened, right? So Dowdy said, yes, get a journal. Hey, Dowdy, yes, you need to have a journal. All right. What's number 23? Visualize the results. You gotta, there's several things, your hindsight and your mindsight. A lot of people, they're like visualizing the worst case scenario, right? They're always thinking about the negative stuff. Visualizing the negative things. But you got to visualize your goals. Visualize. That's the word earlier. It says you got to declare it and broadcast it to others. This one too, you got to visualize. That's why we're gonna, the kids, my daughter bought some boards, whatever we call that, and they're going to create vision boards. My wife has been doing this ever since, even when she was in the Philippines. She was visualizing, putting things down. She's like, oh, this is the car I want, this is the life I want, because you got to visualize it, ladies and gentlemen. That's why having a vision board is very important. Okay. All right, number 24. We're almost done. Make the choice. You gotta choose it. Choose to win. There's a book called, from Zig Ziglar, Choose to Win. You gotta choose. You got to make sure you choose. You got to make sure you take action. You got to choose. You got to choose. It says earlier, you got to be choosy, right? You got to learn how to choose. Because if you keep on saying, my wife will get mad at me, okay? She would ask me, what do you want for dinner? I would say, whatever, right? And then if she cooks something that I didn't like, she'll get mad at me, or I'll get mad at her, or something like that. You gotta make the choice, ladies and gentlemen. People are not mind reader, and even our own body, it cannot read your mind. You gotta make the choice. Hey, I'm gonna choose today. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna be stronger. I'm gonna achieve this goal, or whatever you put your mind into. Okay. All right. Last but not the least is hanging there. Never give up. You keep pushing, ladies and gentlemen. You got to keep pushing. Don't stop. That's why it's called repetition. That's why it's called rehab. You got to keep going again and again and again. All right. All right. Again, thank you very much. Those are our 25 tips. I'm not going to recap it. That's a lot, but just watch the replay, or in the course, just going to be uploaded in our course, in our class. It's called the 25 your best year ever. It's going to be uploaded in our private paid class. And then if you want it, go to our website, drmikechua.com or jerryhabjackson.com. It's going to be there as a recording. And there's going to be a collection of different recordings and the books that we're going to be publishing. So you can buy those books and those recording and those PowerPoints and those journals that we're going to make for you. All right. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate you. But before I let you go, always remember the word FAST, F-A-S-T, letter F. Again, find friends that will bring out the best in you, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. Okay. Fine. Be specific. Okay. Next letter is letter A, take action. All this stuff that we're doing, it's not going to do me good. It's not even going to do my family good if you don't take action. Take action one day at a time, one step at a time, okay? Next letter, letter S is shoot for the moon. Why? If you keep shooting for the moon, you're going to miss it, but you're going to be landing with the stars, ladies and gentlemen. I kept shooting for the moon, and I know someday I'm going to be landing with the star, okay? I know someday that I'll be a star. Like a superstar, right? And last but not the least, is letter T is teach it. Why? Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But when you're actually teaching it, like what we're doing right now, 25 ways to keep your New Year's resolution, you're actually going to understand it more. You know why I'm doing this? Yes, I'm doing this for, my patients, my clients, the people that I coach in our coaching group. But actually, I also do this for myself, because I'm learning too. Because when you're teaching, you're learning. All right. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Be awesome. Be great. Be excellent. But I'll see you around, my Facebook friends. Bye-bye. And YouTube and podcast friends. Bye-bye.
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.